Yo, yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, hey, good morning, good morning. Cheers. Cheers. Hey, what's up? Roll the intro. What up, people? How you guys doing today? How are we feeling? What up, what up? What's up, Gary? What's up, Mo? Brian? Dirty Sprocket? What up? What up, Cool Daddy? Stuart Evans? Dreon? What is up? What's up? Who dis? Who dis? What's going on, guys? How are you today? How are we feeling today? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we're a little behind today, and we might be pushing it back to like 10:30, 10:45, 10:30 to 11 when we start. But you know, it'll happen. It'll happen. 10:30 to 11. No sound? You guys can't hear me? Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How about now? How about now? Can you hear me now? That's right. We're at a bunch of... I tell myself that sometimes, Dirty Sprocket, I like to think like that too. I like to think like, I'm already a millionaire. It just hasn't happened yet. You know, like I just have to wait for the tokens to appreciate. But yes, we're already millionaires. We're already millionaires. I agree. A bunch of millionaires chatting in the morning. What's happening today? I did see that announcement about the Catal Bank. Oh, you sent me a link on Twitter, Roger? Was it did you tweet at me recently? I'll go look right now. What's up, what's up? What's up, Jake, Kenny, Brian, Billy, Maddie, Gary? How are you guys feeling today? Let's do this thing. What's up, everybody? What's up, what's up? How are we feeling today? We're all ready for this? First on the docket, let's run through the news. Let's say what's up to everybody like we just did. Cheers. How's it going? Good morning. Welcome back. Let's look at the news today and talk about, anybody have any ideas about the video we did yesterday? The sound's cutting in and out. Says that my stream health is fine on my end. I can try to look at improving my stream health, so we can get that next level, the next level of stream quality. You tag me in the standard charter thing on Twitter. Cool. Yeah, I was looking at a bunch of that. Stuff. Really kind of exciting things. Did you guys see the protocol video I did yesterday? Looking at this, you know, establishing and developing protocol rails for the world to use. What that means. What are we looking at here? You know, when are they allowed to tell us about these developments? That's really the big question, I think, in everyone's mind. You know, like, when can they actually tell us about these progressions or adjustments? You really wish you would know how much XRP will be worth next year. Yeah, you and about everybody else. You and everybody else, my friend. So, I agree. 18 minutes ago, here's a good idea of where XRP will be priced next year. 18 minutes ago, Uphold to acquire JNK Securities, opening door for U.S. regulated ICO trading. That's right. The things that we talk about are coming true. That's right. We're not just blowing smoke out here. We're looking at the reality of what's Uphold to acquire JNK, because that pushes them into the ability to regulate or launch and sell security ICOs. So security ICOs. Looking at this is also right around the same time that Coinbase is trying to acquire the broker deal for its licenses. So you can see this is a big deal. Ripple to buy Coinbase before Facebook. Mo, I like your idea. Mo, I think you're onto something. Crypto Justin, you are 100% correct. Something between $0 and $589. That's exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking too. I'm happy with that spread. It's a good spread. It's a good spread. You know what I mean? All right. So Uphold has announced it reached an agreement to acquire JNK Security Corp, a New York Stock Exchange member and an SEC and FINRA regulated broker dealer founded in 1993. So, yeah, exactly. He said 589, so maybe more. Maybe 591. I mean, why 589? Why not 591? It seems legit. I actually was to do a video about that. I had a video I was looking at making. I made it like yesterday, and I hadn't really edited it yet. But it's just looking at the bearable guy, his presence on in XRP and his price prediction. I like him. I like him honestly. Did you guys see he's doing live streams now? It's pretty funny. It's just like a cartoon bear doing a live stream. I don't know. I don't know if I feel good about taking advice from a cartoon bear, but Ripple's buying the whole world. At this rate, you're right. They are. I mean, all we have to do is wait for it to go above $1, and they'll be able to buy everything. They're loaded. Those guys are loaded. Digital money platform Uphold today announced it received $57 million investment from former Federal Reserve senior analyst and Ripple chief risk officer Greg Kidd. It was reported January 25th. Yeah, you can see Uphold's doing it right. They applied to have a broker banking license in the United States, and they just acquired this JNK Securities, which they're saying once known as Bit Reserve, Uphold now supports over 30 currencies. If you guys don't know, Uphold's pretty awesome. Uphold legit. Shout out to Robert Lee for introducing me to Uphold. I gotta say I really like it. The way they have it set up, the app's really clean. It's pretty easy to use. I have not bought XRP on there, but I think you can buy XRP very easily through Uphold. You just pair your bank to it, and boom, you're done. Yeah, love you some Uphold. Me too. I like how they have it set up with the different virtual cards, and it's cool. It's very cool. Coinbase accepting XRP for a charity fund. Yeah, I saw that, and that's something we're going to look at that in a minute, Mehmet. Coinbase accepting XRP for a charity fund. And if you guys didn't realize already, yeah, the Coinbase founder, Brian Armstrong, or whatever his name is, he launched a charity for crypto, $1 billion shoot. He's shooting for $1 billion charity with crypto. It's pretty exciting. Honestly, a lot of people in crypto are so philanthropic, right? They're very, very much focused on not only progressing technology and developing utility inside the space, but they're also really, they always turn their attention back to the unbanked or to the underprivileged or to the people that are lacking equality and standards of life that we all deserve. I think that's pretty much what brought me into crypto in the first place and got me really excited about it. And then that's what continually reassures my confidence in this space, what is just because of the humanistic quality, the humanistic efforts of the space. We might be treading water now, but soon we'll be walking on it. I like it, XRP pup. XR pup. Uphold will be legit when I can buy with a credit card. Miyagi, I thought about you when I said that just a second ago. Yeah, I mean, I think it's different for every state. So I think it's different for every state. So who knows really what's happening with your specific state. But Uphold, looking really strong. The Uphold CEO, Adrian Steckel, stated that we have kept a close eye on statements from global regulators regarding virtual currencies and tokens and believe that many crypto assets, particularly ICO tokens, will be treated as securities in some cases. So they're looking to cover all their bases. They applied for their banking license. They applied for they're purchasing J and K, and that's pretty big news. What did you say, Maurice? That's right. Why now? I still say sending Ethereum to Binance and buying XRP is cheaper. Okay. If it is cheaper, then that's great because that's the way I still do it. And that's the way I was telling someone else to do it yesterday in the live stream. I was still saying like buy Ethereum or Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash, send it to Binance, and make whatever purchases you want that way. But I'm glad that that's still what you're doing. If it makes sense, then probably a lot of people are still doing it that way until it streamlines, until it's easier. You can't add a debit card to your Uphold. Anyone know why? I think it's just because of different regulators, different specific regulations inside your nation or state. So MasterCard's already looking into crypto market with MasterCard Send. Yeah, I think everyone is, really. I mean, I personally was looking at how to make an XRP card the other day. I was like, heck, why wait for American Express to do it? I was like, how do I make bank card? Hello. What's up, Diamond Girl? How are you today? In UK, no idea. Yeah, so I think it's different for everyone. Maurice, what were you asking about? It's talking. It costs too much to transition from XRP to Uphold your wallet. They charge about 9 XRP. Yeah, well, that's true, but Binance charges a pretty good amount to send out as well. A lot of those still charge a pretty good chunk of XRP. I mean, obviously, I think that fee would be adjusted when XRP goes up in price. I think that it wouldn't be 9 XRP. It might just be 1 or 2 or whatever. Uphold's not really good for the Canucks. Okay. Well, there's also the I think the Revolut app is one of the Uphold's competitors in a sense, also trying to launch a card. But I don't know if they've applied to be a licensed bank, or if they're acquiring a security company. So Uphold's really making some strong moves. So first on the docket, Uphold purchasing the J&K securities. It's pretty exciting. What does that mean, though? People are thinking, like, does that mean only rich people? One of the best things about crypto initially was that, like, people were like, oh, Bitcoin's $10,000. I don't have $10,000. I can't buy one. And you're like, well, that's how things used to work. It used to be like, well, just to get in, you need a minimum $10,000. The beauty of these of cryptos is that the entry point is so much lower. So you can literally invest $1, $10, $5, $100. You can invest these micro portions into whatever blockchain or crypto you like. And so it sets the bar of entry way lower. And I think that's specifically why I got really excited. When I first started looking 4 or 5 years ago about investing into technology companies in the stock market, it was really discouraging to see, like, if a share goes above a certain price point, then it's kind of excluding you from being able to participate. Dan Anthony, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Dan. You're a good man. Happy to be here. So I think that it's interesting to look at crypto at such a low entry point, and that's potentially why I think a lot of people got excited about jumping in. You can put in just a few dollars. You can see a high return. $3 in 2010 is, $750,000 right now if you put $3 into Bitcoin in 2010. So people are always like, oh, I don't know, like it might be rough to see this transition happen. The security transition for ICOs would possibly exclude a lot of us from being able to participate in those lower entry points, is what someone was saying, someone was suggesting. So I don't know exactly how that'll work moving forward. Are you tracking the Dutch exchange that just added XRP? Drew, what exchange is that? Tell me more. Tell me more. Let's see when Binance pairs to fiat. Javi, how did you know that was on the docket today? How did you know? That's actually one of the big things on the news, other than them talking smack about Ripple being slower than Nano. We also have exclusive report. Binance set to launch its first crypto fiat exchange in Uganda. That's right. The new platform, Binance Uganda, will be the company's first foray into crypto fiat trading, supporting the Uganda shilling alongside major cryptocurrencies. It's set to launch imminently. Now, that is pretty big, honestly. Binance set to launch first crypto fiat exchange, but it's in Uganda, giving it a test run in some less regulated waters, highlighting that Binance is interested in expanding into Africa's market in general. The Uganda venture has been progressing really fast thanks to support from the government and the industry involved. So Binance making those initiatives, making those steps, taking those steps to move in that direction, potentially means that they want to do this in other areas. Yeah. I was just talking about that, Russ, the founder of Coinbase, starting his charity, and it's including you can donate in XRP. So he knows XRP's popping off. He knows that's happening. Why is he so excited? Because the Coinbase started a charity, and you can donate in XRP. That's kind of an indicator that they at least respect and acknowledge XRP as a really strong, true crypto to put it in there. Cannot get my XRP off Revolut. Is that because it's kind of like Robinhood? If it's kind of like Robinhood, then they haven't added the send feature yet, so it's stuck in there. That's how the Robinhood crypto app is too. You cannot send money out. It's rough. You can just buy and sell it inside the app, but you can't send it out. You send you a tweet with a link about patenting. Okay. You send it to my Twitter right now. I'll go look. Let's go look at it. Makes sense if the founder wants to get donations. He will make it easier to purchase. Should include on Coinbase. Yes, that's exactly right. They should give it some marketplace on their Coinbase exchange. Blockport is the Dutch exchange. So you're saying Dutch exchange went live today. Is this it? Blockport Home. A social cryptocurrency exchange. It's got a fiat gateway. Is that what you're talking about? This is the one you're talking about? Very cool, very cool. You only have a few XRP on there. Yeah, that's how my Robinhood crypto app is too. You can't send them out. It's just because I think they're still working on that. So this is it. Yeah, very cool. Blockport social cryptocurrency exchange. You know, honestly, Binance is doing so strong for so long. I was surprised to see a couple other exchanges step into that space. I think that, what was it, like BZ Coin or something and Coinbean both passed the volume of Binance last week, just because I think they were offering some like free trades or zero fees or something. So Blockport, all right, launching this bad boy. And then you said you tweeted something at me you want us to look at too. I was actually just looking at that. Whoever just made this comment, XRP 100 bones, 1,000 bones. Looking at the coil that he started, the coil micropayment company. We're looking at that information yesterday, and I think that's potentially one of a huge project that's completely ignored and underrated. I think that's something we should look at. It's something I had up on another page, and it's just so early. It's hard to say exactly how excited we should be, but I think we should be really excited. Coil micropayments looking really big, making to look use of. It's like a double win. It's like a win-win, right? Coil started its own separate thing, its own branch off, using the XRP ledger for their micropayments. I think that's specifically why, that's like one of the exact use cases of why I keep getting excited about XRP, is because, you know, he saw the potential and he broke away from the company to do that on his own, but he's basically demonstrating, he's like giving a narrative. He's showing people, look, you can build a whole suite of services on top of this ledger, and it's good. It's good. It's good. Mwah, we like it. Do you recommend moving all XRP to Nano S? I have on 3 different exchanges and most on my Nano. I was thinking it's good to keep all over. Well, Luke, that's a great question. I know you guys know this. If your coins are on an exchange, you don't own them. The exchange owns your coins. You have an account with the exchange, and they're honoring your account and letting you play with and use your funds, their funds. It's a community fund. So yeah, it's, you know, I like keeping some coins on the exchange if I'm planning on moving them or trading them or selling them or whatever. But if you don't have a plan to do anything with these coins for 2 or 3 years, go ahead and just take them off the exchange. You know, like, go ahead and just put them on. You put them on your Nano, and if you feel like you're worried, like, oh, I only have 1 Nano, it has all my funds, drop another $100. Throw another $100 at another Nano. Get a whole separate Nano. Get a new Nano, or get a Tracer. Put it in your safety deposit box at the bank or something, or, you know, I don't know. Mail it to your grandma. Probably don't mail it to your grandma. That's a bad idea. She's like, what's this? Throws it in the trash. So, yeah, you know, if you were worried about putting all of your eggs in one basket, per se, or putting all your tokens on one wallet, you know, you can diversify, but I wouldn't say necessarily to keep them, you know, in an exchange specifically, but that's up for you to decide. It's tough. It's tough to decide where to keep your coins, and that's something that my girlfriend is really into, this whole conspiracy theory right now. That, like, you guys ever heard of Rocco's basilisk? It's the idea the AI takeover, etc. She's really into the idea that, she's like, someone told me that AI maybe started blockchain. I was like, oh, really? Interesting. Tell me more about that. And she was like excited to tell me that the AI started blockchain, by the way, guys. We're going to do that video later. So be careful. You never know. You never know, guys, where to keep your coins. Yet, I personally think you can diversify them into a couple different wallets if you know how to keep them safe. Again, you know, we don't want you to lose them all. But I believe in you. I believe you can make a good decision. Doom 3-month in beta. Initial traders are limited. Yahoo Finance lists XRP. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? What's the best XRP wallet for PC? I really like the Toast wallet. I really like the Toast wallet. It's you know, it's an open project. You can look at you can run the code on a compiler yourself if you want. You can pretty much do everything you need with the Toast wallet. It's probably my favorite, but there's a couple other wallets that are coming out. You can try them out. Always, if you're gonna try out a new wallet, always do like a test send. You know, like set up the wallet, set up all your backups and password phrases, and do a test send. Don't just send all your XRP to a new address for the first time. You know, like send the 20 you need or whatever to open up the wallet, or send 25 or whatever, and then, oh, okay, it got my 25 XRP, I'll send my 25,000 now, or 2,500, or 250, or whatever it is. Easy on the women, bro. Who are we talking to? Was I saying something mean to women? What's the best wallet? Oh, Maurice. Don't trust a woman's opinion about technology. Bro, Maurice, come on, man. Women are equally as smart. Are you talking about my girlfriend? Yeah, you can say that about my girlfriend. She does not understand blockchain that much, but she's smart. She's a very, very smart woman. She does not understand blockchain tech specifically. I have a slight advantage. I grew up building computers and coding, so I have a slight advantage, I think, over her. Don't trust your bank. They will steal people's gold. Back in the early 1900s, they stealing people's gold. Peoples, don't trust the banks. Don't trust them banks. All right, what are we looking at over here? We were going to our Twitter because you sent me something that is importante. Importante. Did you guys see our poll ended? We got our poll to finish. We didn't have to do anything other than just wait. We decided to ask $5 to $10. We did our poll last week, and it was, you know, $1 to over $10 at the end of the year, and people were like, okay, 43% I think put over $10 or 5 to 10. 43% put $5 to $10. So we were like, let's look at inside $5 to $10. What do you guys think? And we finished with 49% putting us between $9 and $10. So 49% putting $9 or $10 on our end of year price prediction. So that's what people are thinking. That's what the people. Can your girlfriend host a stream? I might invite her on one. Is that something you're interested in? You like Uphold? I like Uphold too. Uphold, I love you. The only thing about buying XRP that really worries me is having to decide what color is going to be the Mustang GT I buy. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. I don't know. It's a tough. Color's tough. Color is tough. $182. You only have 53 ripples so far. You're set, bro. You're good to go. All right, what did you tweet at me? Did you tweet something at me? You said someone said they tweeted something at me, but I do not see it. I do not see it. Okay, moving on to the news. Ripple, too much under pressure? Dum, dum, dum. That article is just pretty much about the resistance levels of Ripple. Nothing too crazy. This article's going to maybe upset us. Maybe it's going to be not the best. Nano, Stellar, and Ripple rated as fastest cryptocurrencies on Binance. Well, that seems fine, right? That seems just dandy. I don't really mind if they say Ripple and Nano and Stellar are the fastest cryptocurrencies, but dum dum dum. What if Binance says, oh, you guys can't read that. So much for that drop. What if Binance says Nano's network is faster? That's what literally just came out today. Binance rated Nano, Stellar, and XRP, and it put Nano #1. You guys ready for this? Hey, what's up, Mood Art? Banks are closing the accounts of people who have purchased Bitcoin. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Hey guys, let's not compare ourselves to other people, okay? If you have 53 XRP and you worked hard to get those 53 XRP, I applaud you. I can relate to the struggle. I know what it's like to work hard for peanuts. to work hard for no money and then be like, oh, my bills are paid. I just wanted to buy one XRP. It's 50 cents and I can't buy one. So yeah, I can relate. It's a tough world out there. Let's not compare ourselves. Oh, it's a Twitter direct message. Let's not compare ourselves to others, okay? Let's just be appreciative of what we each bring to the table. They have it on there that XRP takes 10 seconds to deposit, which I really don't understand. Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering if this was like part of their network, if it's like something that is just because of the infrastructure in place that we can't see the full benefits of XRP in the transfer or what. But going back to this article, Nano, which you guys might have originally known as Rayblox, they rebranded. It's a virtual currency listed on Binance. Basically, Binance pulling Nano as a #1. I don't know. It used to be Rayblox. It's zero fees, infinite scalability. The coin's been launched back in 2015 by Colin Lamalia, a latency payment platform that requires very few resources, and it works perfectly with peer-to-peer transactions. It's important to mention that there's also individual blockchains for each account. An article on Crypto Potato about patents. Why don't I just go look that up? Crypto Potato. 21 hours ago. This must be the one you're talking about. All right, we'll look at that in a second. As a trading pair, Nano could work as a great tool for traders. Moreover, the company says they are a cryptocurrency to quickly pay friends and family using Nano. So they were called Rayblox, and there's been a couple of rebrandings that really did a lot for coins. If you guys didn't remember, I think Neo was something else. I don't remember what it was. You guys might remember. And then they rebranded it to Neo, and then boom, they hit a good run. Rayblox rebranded to Nano, and I think it just sounds better than Rayblox, honestly. What partnerships does Nano have? Jeremy, that's a good question. That's a good question, Jeremy. You and I know that there's some big things at stake here. There's some big moves to be made, and we're definitely not gonna let this take away from the beauty and resilience of XRP, the digital asset. We know it's strong. I don't care what Binance says, even though I really like Binance and I really respect what they say. I'm just going to disagree. We can agree to disagree. So, in addition, Nano can be used for micropayments. Users can send or receive Nano in small amounts, etc., etc. Nano is the 39th most important cryptocurrency. What, do they decide that by market cap? 39. It's the 39th by market cap, guys. It's not the 39th by most important. Oh God. Sonam is 124th most important cryptocurrency. What's going on here, guys? What are you talking about? 99,000 XRP. That's like, I feel like we should do I'm going to do another song after the XRP rap when that finally comes out. And 99 XRP on the wall or something. 99 red balloons. You guys caught that? No. I don't know. That was rough. It was a stretch. Jared, you and I both know this thing's going to go around 100 to 500 in the next 2 or 3 years. Are you trolling me? I would never troll you. Guys, are you trolling each other? Are you trolling each other? Yeah, XRP to 100 to 500 for sure. You can retire with $10. Please just be $10. That's another thing. People ask me that a lot. They're like, what's the minimum XRP I need to retire? I'm like, that would mean that you think I know how much it will go to. I don't. I don't really know. 99 problems. XRP ain't one. Dang, we got songs for days on this. Songs for days. Nano claims a lot, but it's not tested. And that's the thing about a lot of these. Jared, that's a good point. A lot of these cryptocurrencies are in this stretch, and that's kind of what we talked about the other day. We were like, oh, how does EOS look? And the thing is that most of this market is it's so immature. It's had such a short life so far that looking at a lot of coins, you're like, it looks great until it doesn't. It looks great until it falls. It looks great until it falls in the river, and instead of getting out of the river and drying itself off and heading up the trail, it just keeps going down river until it goes over the waterfall and you never see it again. Like, it's potentially, hard to say what exactly is the future for these tokens. So yeah, you're right. It's like, well, you know, we can say they all look really strong and really great, and there's so many use cases specifically, and all the possibilities are aligned for a really strong return. And then, oops, someone slips, like freezing 27 accounts before you have your constitution in place, and you know, using your governance model against the community's support. You know, maybe that's a slip. Maybe that's a slip, and you don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. So yeah, I would love to tell you how many XRP you need to be rich, to be a millionaire. How many XRP do you need to be a millionaire? XRP price 5 cents in 10 years. Funny, Maurice. Funny. You guys are funny. XRP is going to be the new world order currency. That's what my girlfriend Andrea, she was saying, like, oh, you know, guys, she was talking to me, but there was a bunch of me there. So she was like, you know, guys, what if AI invented blockchain so that humans could start powering its computational resources that it needs to develop itself? And I was like, that sounds real smart. That sounds like a sci-fi crypto movie. That sounds like some sci-fi crypto shit, if I've ever heard it. What was I just talking about? What made me think of that? What did you guys just say? Oh yeah, if it goes to 5 cents. I don't remember why I was talking about that. Oh, yeah, she has a lot of suspicions and ideas about crypto. I think that people are really just kind of still just new to the idea. I know there's a crypto movie coming out, so I'm excited to go see what story they tell. Like, obviously, they're probably going to tell a story of, like, Bitcoin's full of drugs and sex and danger and dark black markets. Crime. So it's interesting to see what will happen with those movies and those stories moving forward. Anyone have a link to show the current amount percentages to world XRP holders? I think that the Tipbot has that link. If you go to the Tipbot, I think there's a link on that page somewhere that's like ledger, XRP ledger data, and it shows a lot of that stuff. So I don't know why. Oh, we're talking about the scalability. So a lot of these things, we're talking about, oh, yeah, it looks great. Nano looks great up until it tries to apply itself to a real scalable system. You know, like as soon as it tries to scale and have a high throughput, that's when we find out if it works or not. So yeah, a lot of these look great. Nano could be faster in a sense right now with their tests, but looking at when they scale, can they stay out of the stream? Can they cross the stream, hit all the stepping stones across the stream as they're scaling? If not, they fall in the river and then likely will end up downstream if they can't pull themselves out. XRP is Skynet. That's what it was. Thanks for reminding me, Jose Luis. Yeah, so the world currency, the super future world currency that people are always afraid of, you know, what if it's not that bad an idea, right? Like, what if the new world order currency is actually not bad? Skynet is the original project name. That's funny. That is funny. So people talk about that. There's some ideas behind it, like AI developing blockchain and crypto, and you know, blockchain being the first like version of Skynet, and Rocco's basilisk. You know, like the eventual AI domination. That's some interesting topics. It's something that's kind of just like a fun little. It's out there. It's a little out there for most people, but it's a fun idea. So we might do a video about that in upcoming days. Whoa, Nanfan, I think you are right, sir. Not to just call you out, Nanfan, but you are right. To become a millionaire, it's not how much you have, it's how long you have the balls to hold it. I had a friend that had thousands of Bitcoin, and he sold them when they hit like 100 something bucks. He was like, dude, it's $100 and I have 1,000, I'm selling. And I was like, dude, sweet, you're rich. We all thought he was rich, and yes, I can do the 2-inch punch. And we all thought he was rich until Bitcoin went to like 15K, and we were all like, don't talk to Patrick. Don't talk to Patrick about Bitcoin. It's like one of those things where you're like going to a lunch dinner, and your friend's like, you have to tell someone that's new to the group, like, whatever you do, don't mention Bitcoin to Patrick. He will lose it. Why? Oh, just don't mention it. Just don't mention it. So yeah, don't be that guy. Don't sell too early. That's the real hard part about it. Okay, crypto patent potato thing. So we're done looking at this Nano ranked higher than XRP. Blockchain patents spell ominous sign for the crypto space. This is actually, I'm glad you sent me on this article. This is something that I was looking at in a completely different light. And I never want to be just like with my blinders on, headed off the cliff, right? Like I want to take notice of what's happening. And a couple people started messaging me recently, Brendan or Kungfu Nerd, hey, what if this doesn't happen? Like, what if XRP keeps getting new partners? Why doesn't it have any gains? Don't be a Billy. Yes, I like that video. I like Jungle's thing. I like that little don't be a Billy. The bigger takeaway is XLM was rated ahead of XRP. Drew, I wasn't even going to say that, but I think that is a really big takeaway. So I think it is a big takeaway. I think that's interesting to look at. Again, this is only Binance rating it, and Binance does have a lot of authority in the space, but Binance isn't necessarily looking to launch international payment rails. Binance isn't necessarily looking to have partnerships with banks. So I agree that, yeah, it does look like, well, what's the bigger headline there is XLM's rated above XRP, but in counter to that argument, I don't know. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. I don't know. So someone asked me the other day, okay, what about XRP not making it? Like, what if none of this works? What if this doesn't work at all? Like, what if crypto is not used at all? And just from this headline, I'm thinking this is what the idea is, basically. You can see last year alone, over 1,200 blockchain patents were filed, an increase from 594 in 2016. The idea here is that blockchain technology is not exclusive to cryptocurrencies. So, you and I, we like the idea of us being able to purchase a cryptocurrency, and that's great for us, but it's not good for financial regulators. It's not good for financial institutions. It's not good for the money people of the world. People printing money around the world don't want us to have this, right? And we can all agree that's likely the case. Unfortunate thing to think about is that the technology powering Bitcoin, the technology powering Ethereum, the technology powering XRP, it could be taken and basically used against us. And it's hard, it's rough to say. I know. Just hold on. So it's like the idea of the scientists developing nuclear power. It sounded great. We're going to use it for great things, and then we bombed Japan. It was a bad move. It's what happened when we put money and politics behind technological innovation. It's scary to think that that could be something that we could see with blockchain, especially since most people don't support it yet. It could be possible for big corporations to acquire blockchain technology and not really honor its foundation. Because in reality, blockchain technology only works with the decentralization or distributed nature or transparency and all those together. But if they're not honoring that, if they're creating, basically, blockchain's no longer blockchain if it's just a database. Like if they have private payment channels and they're not really using the transparency basically they could use the blockchain technology and not have it be tied to cryptocurrencies, and we would be left behind and we would not see any financial return from this endeavor, from this blockchain endeavor. Now, the real hope and the real silver lining in this is the reality that you can't take it away. So even if they do a great job of using blockchain technology and confusing the masses enough to say, like, I saw an ad the other day that was like, we're using blockchain tech, and I went and looked and it was not. They were not using blockchain tech. They were just saying that because it's popular. It's like some stock company changed their name from some software company. They changed their name to blockchain something, and their stock rose like 200% the next week, right? And then they actually lost money, they lost funding, and got sued because they actually had no idea what blockchain tech was. They just put blockchain in their name, and then their investors felt duped, so they actually got the shite sued out of them. But you can see what that means is basically like you can take the banner of blockchain and run with it and not really be doing anything with it. So there is a danger to the fact that all these blockchain patents have come out and they're using this blockchain technology but not really using the cryptocurrency manifestation of it. That's a great question. Whoever sent this, thank you so much. And that's a video that I wanted to do an entire video of, where there's a few other things similar to this, other than just the blockchain patent ominous sign. There's a few other ominous signs. There's always some ominous signs that it could go either way, right? There's no definitive answer. There's no absolutes. So I think it's open. I think it's important for us to stay open and inquisitive to the idea, to the ideas of the doubters, to the ideas of the naysayers. And so there's another article that I was looking at that's basically like why potentially crypto will never work, putting the trust into a digital system that could be shut down or it could be turned off at some point, and why, and if that's ever going to be likely to see mainstream attention on that support. And I think it's just a transition we're in. Honestly, I think as far as once it happens, we won't be able to go back. We can't look back really. So I don't think it'll be easy to see like, oh, there's a lot of doubt now and there's a lot of speculation, but eventually, like I said, they can't really shut down the real true cryptocurrencies. They can't shut them down. You want to look at the DM. All right, let's look at a DM you sent me. Ripple will meet banking industry. Benjamin, I don't block people. I don't normally block people. I like people to show up and tell me what you really think. You know, like I'm not trying to have a confirmation bias room. Tell me what you think. You've been in the military 12 years. I've asked many times, why can't we get paid partly in crypto? As of now, it's not going to happen, but I keep asking. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of resistance to moving over to the payment rails of crypto. I think that being paid in crypto will probably be the last things we see. A good investment is Binance Token. I agree. Binance Token's definitely had a really strong run. Keeps gaining support. When the dust settles, XRP will be the foundation. SBI just put out their current management information briefing. What does it have in it, Jared? What is in it? Tell me more. XRP has already been proven to benefit financial institutions. It's the only crypto with a real use case. Chris, you are right. You are right. I think that's also why I think the way that they run their nodes is really interesting. Looking at like, oh, you know, some factory, you know, in China wants to, you know, use the ledger at the root of their transaction rail. Okay, they'll probably run a node. Like looking at how to put the nodes kind of tied into some of the current infrastructure and not really having them be huge energy suckers or, you know, energy wasters. There's a lot of really strong moves that XRP did. Yeah, exactly. It does. The ILP allows boats to rise. That's a great idea. That's a great analogy in a term of what likely is going to happen. Exactly. Creating like a foundation layer for people to really be able to compete on top of, and what that means. And what that means. Market lows, high time for Facebook to buy Coinbase. Mr. Miyagi, I love this article. I love this article. Yes, exactly. I was talking to my brother yesterday about this. He was like, why? Why would they? I was like, well, probably because they're headhunting some of their top security guys. Like if you're headhunting some top security engineers in a company and they don't want to sell them, they don't want to like, you know, move companies, or they don't even want to have to worry about headhunting these security engineers. They just acquire the whole company. Facebook's like, yes, I need that security engineer. I want to know how to integrate payments and crypto into my marketplace. Yes, that's exactly what we're thinking. Acquisition, not surprising. The likelihood. And I was telling my brother yesterday, this is a likely thing to happen. I think with Facebook losing $60 billion support, taking back reversing the ban on cryptocurrencies, and then them thinking like, well, we could make our own crypto, but why wouldn't they just buy Coinbase and be the marketplace for crypto? I think this is, honestly, as soon as I saw this yesterday, the suggestion, it made sense to me. It made a lot of sense because Facebook wants to maintain market domination. How do you maintain domination in a marketplace? You purchase the biggest exchange in that marketplace. That just makes sense to me. I think that would be something really simple for them to do. I know Facebook's moving more and more towards WeChat in a sense, where they want you to be able to do everything inside their app. So looking at the integration of payments, looking at the integration of non-fiat payments, this is a strong move for them. And I think it would be easier to acquire Coinbase and just fuse them together than it would be for them to try to headhunt and pull some of their own engineers and tech and start from scratch. Exactly, Chris Rodriguez. Why start from scratch when you can start at number 1? Maurice, stop making jokes, bro. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to focus here. Will Coinbase sell though? I think they will. I think they will. Imagine, like it wouldn't be that different for them. They would just sign some deals, sign some paperwork. Everyone would get a bonus or a buyout chunk of money, and then their checks would just be written by a different person. They probably still would have the same desk. They would probably still have, they'd probably still have their same roles and functions, and they would just be getting a check from someone else. They would probably just have meetings. They'd start doing, live meetings or in face-to-face meetups for how to integrate their services and systems. And I could see Facebook really taking advantage of this relationship more so than Coinbase would, because Coinbase is just focused on this specific niche. Facebook's looking at market domination in this whole area. So I think it makes sense. It makes sense for them to move into that space to acquire that company. There should be another article before that. Let's just look at another article then. Woo! Woo! Despite Coinbase continuing to experience highly publicized technical and support problems, revenues continue to skyrocket. So yeah, the Facebook having a huge marketplace, and then basically Coinbase having so many new users coming in. I think that looks like a strong thing. Kin cryptocurrency goes live in mega chat app Kick. What? What? This is something I was watching for a minute. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Ripple will rule the world. Okay, so Kin cryptocurrency goes live in mega chat app Kick. Can we download that right now in the iOS? Do you guys know? I can't open my phone. Kin, a cryptocurrency developed by the makers of Kick Interactive, has gone live in the popular chat app for a group of 1,000 beta testers. Okay, so no, we can't. Don't waste your time. Kick, which raised nearly $100 million through the token's initial offering, will become the first application to integrate cryptocurrency into its core platform. Now, this is exactly what we're talking about. This is didn't they also fork Stellar? Did they fork Stellar? We believe establishing Kin as a pillar to our product strategy will help us create better experiences for Kick users, and our goal is to make Kin the most used cryptocurrency in the world. To getting Kin into the hands of more Kick users is a critical step. Blockchain's a new and complex technology, but consumers don't have to understand the technology in order to use it. And that's what we keep saying is, it is complex and it is pretty hard to understand, but you don't have to understand it to use it. We can build a lot of things built on top of it. There'll be a lot of things built on top of it. Facecoin. Funny. You just cracking jokes all day over here. Nevertheless, the formal integration of Kin into Kix marks an important milestone for crypto, which has been plagued by an uneven development path that its creators attributed to the absence of existing blockchain-capable scaling and to accommodate millions of active users. So, Stellar had basically, I think, been forked, right, to do this? Or is it... Kin was originally structured as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum network, but developers complained the blockchain was too slow. They plan to move the token to Stellar, whose federated consensus model allows for cheaper, faster transactions. In a final pivot, Kin forked Stellar to create a new blockchain based on the XLM codebase. Based on recent tests, Kick says that a new blockchain is capable of processing 1.2 million transactions per day at a rate of 20 per second. So that's awesome. I can't wait to get into that and check it out. You don't think Coinbase will be acquired by Facebook? Cool. I can respect your opinion. Face exchange. That's also funny. Face exchange, also a funny idea. So Kick cryptocurrency goes live. Kin goes live inside of Kick. Do you guys excited about that one? Is that going to be one that we're all going to get in on, or what? You guys ever looked at Kin before? It only has $100 million in it, but it's got 10 like trillion tokens. It's got 10 trillion tokens. It's not even at a penny. It's not even at a tenth of a penny yet. So, if you own Coinbase, would you sell it? Yes. If I owned Coinbase, I would definitely sell it in a heartbeat. No questions asked. Oh, Apollo's changed their open date. Did they? Weren't they supposed to open yesterday? No big deal. We'll give them time to figure it out. We'll see if they can put it together. Government cracking down on crypto. Time to get out. Yeah, I don't know. You know, if I was Coinbase and Facebook made me an offer and all these pending regulations were happening, I'd just be happy to sign. I'd be like, yes, please sign. I'll take my out. I would like to, maintain some type of ownership, percentage of ownership. I'd like to maybe be on the board of executive directors, but Jeff, I'm trying to focus here, bro. You're making jokes. You have 1 million kin. Nice, dude. What is that? How much does that? How much does that cost you? Like $10? Is it like $100 worth? Coinbase is not the problem. Their management is, and I'm willing to say that 65% of their decisions may have been emotional. I can relate to that. I can agree with that. Looking at the last few bits of news before we call it for today with the updates. We'll do our video later. TransferWise partnership with UK challenger bank Monzo, another competition arm, another arm moving. TransferWise said that they've looked at RippleNet and they thought about using RippleNet and that they would use RippleNet if it made sense, but they're not using it right now. TransferWise is using some other tech that actually apparently resolves faster. I haven't gone into that really and looked at it too much, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. A plan to send millions in Bitcoin to Venezuela is moving ahead. The former bank employee turned developer doesn't want to say too much about this newest project in an effort he believes could soon help people living under one of the world's most oppressive monetary regimes. So, looking like smart people are taking notice of the possibilities, the philanthropic possibilities of cryptocurrencies, and they're headed that way. Line's new crypto app, Line Pay in Asia, has 40 million users. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Susie just came out with a video about Swift and Ripple. Is it talking about the Ripple protocol and the payment rails, the international payment rail, or what? Tell me more. So yeah, planning to send money to Venezuela. Philanthropic qualities of crypto, always looking strong. Social media silent majority predicts Bitcoin market. I just pulled this up because I thought it might have relevant information in there, but I'm not sure if we want to look at that. It'll be in the sources. You guys can read it if you want. Registered broker Templum plans security identifiers for tokenized assets. So the partnership will see every token listed on the former firm's subsidiary Templum market receive a unique identifier to help standardize the process of trading and tracking token assets. So we can see this is headed along. You know, we're headed this direction where the tokenization is the word, right? Tokenization is the real word here. We already looked at this briefly. Binance to set and launch its first fiat exchange in Uganda. That's pretty big. Binance always making strong moves. That's probably one of the bigger things today. Central bank digital currency could provide stability, but crypto is too volatile. So here's the danger headline that we're looking at in juxtaposed to the article of blockchain tech patents, ominous possibilities for cryptocurrencies. We have central bank digital currency could provide stability. Central bank digital currency does not sound like cryptocurrency. It's not specifically exclusive. It's not specifically inclusive either. So economic researchers at the Kiel Institute of World Economy have identified digital currencies issued by a central bank as an opportunity for more stable financial system while at the same time rejecting cryptocurrencies. What? So digital currencies not cryptocurrencies. Does that mean that they were rejecting cryptography? Does that mean that they're rejecting cryptography? Do they even know what they're saying? I don't think they do. I don't think they do. Or they do know what they're saying and they just don't care. Kind of like the misinformation idea of the blockchain patent takeover. You know, like they're going to just say whatever they want, and then they're going to say what they want and then do whatever they want, even if those things aren't the same. Currently, cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin could not supplant traditional currencies to any significant degree. The available technology faces severe limitations regarding scalability, and particularly it would be prohibitively expensive to conduct even moderate share of transactions now handled via traditional currencies through crypto. I feel like whenever they make articles like that, I feel like they're not considering XRP. I feel like they're just considering Bitcoin and Ethereum, which means that they're not taking us seriously. And if they're not going to take us seriously, I'm not going to take them seriously. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Japan's Line plans to launch crypto exchange in July, excludes Japanese and U.S. traders. Is that what you were talking about? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, Line going live with 40 million users. Patrick Young. Patrick Young, thank you so much. Cheers, and I support from you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Japan's Line plans. What are you questioning, Bricks? Bricks, what's the question? So this Japan social messaging app Line will launch a cryptocurrency exchange for 30 coins next month. 200 million users confirmed. That's a lot. That's a lot of users, but we are blocked out. It offers crypto to crypto trading platform Bitbox globally, excluding US and Japan. Excluding US and Japan. Why? Why? Why can't you guys just let us in? Why can't you just let us in? As Cointelegraph reported in January, Line had been in talks with Japanese regulators over launching an exchange. The decision to exclude Japan from Bitbox, which will now handle fiat currency, now appears tied to regulatory difficulties. So we can see that U.S. and Japan not going to hit this, not going to get the Line Bitbox app, but hopefully we will eventually. Hopefully we will get it eventually when the regulator clarity comes through. I cannot expect us to not get it. It's kind of like the Uphold news. You know, like we need this clarity. We need these regulators to figure out what's going on and get it together. Yes, this is big. Yes, we need them to decide what's going on with this. You can see people moving this direction. Uphold, Revolut, this app. Big businesses taking notice of where are we all headed? How can I be part of it? That's specifically why I think we're all here. We're all taking notice at what's happening. Did you guys already see that? What did we see? Everybody uses Line. You're in Asia and everybody uses Line. You promised to donate 100 XRP when XRP reached $10. Cool. Very cool. None fun. What's the update with the Ripple lawsuit? Is there an update? Let's look for it. I didn't know there was an update, but I'll happily look for it. Is there an update inside of 24 hours? Ripple CEO says Bitcoin won't be global currency. Well, we already know that. We also have an article that's the SBI guy talking yesterday at the Japan Global Summit about the potential of XRP to become the global world currency. So that's also on there. That's actually next, I think, on the list. Next on the news list. Also, BitThumb, also up today. BitThumb claims to have retrieved 14 million in hacked cryptos. That's pretty cool. They pulled and retrieved back 14 million in hacked cryptos. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, I can't find anything about the lawsuit. I know we're all waiting for updates on that, but I don't think anything's broken recently. We can change it to the last week. Ripple lawsuit. Same old news. Same old news, just waiting. Hearing starts Monday in San Francisco court. That's the second lawsuit, right? That's the second one that the coffee guy put in. Yeah, I don't think there's anything new on that. No one talks about the 2 billion unbanked in underdeveloped countries and how Ripple's technology will bridge that gap. Yeah, I watched someone the other day talking about that, and it was encouraging because it looks like there are people moving in that direction, but there's just so many steps to take to get this foundational layer of utility to people around the world, and potentially that's one of the things that really keeps me excited about it. I said at the beginning of the video, and I mean it. That's what potentially keeps me excited about this space is the philanthropic possibilities of crypto. XLM is working on the unbanked, and I think XRP has said something too about providing utility for them. So happy to see what happens with that. Of course, when the lawsuit's over, XRP will probably go onto Coinbase. You think so? I think so too. I think that's just naturally going to happen. No real worries, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. XRP on the verge of a mega breakout. That was the name of the video today, and it just goes through and lists all the recent partnerships that have been happening and all the recent developments with XRP and their utilities for SMEs or small to medium-sized enterprises. Other prominent Ripple partnerships they talk about. A lot of this stuff we covered yesterday in the Ripple protocol video, and then even looking today, there was something about the SBI Global XRP something 19 hours ago. We already looked at this partially, I think, the day before. We already know that CEO of SBI he's very much part of the XRP community and support. And we have him at the Japan Blockchain Conference, which happened the last few days, talking about how he views XRP as part of the global payment rail, as part of the global standard. And that's what we really talked about yesterday with the Ripple protocol, looking at how they look to accomplish this global payment rail. And then even giving the Crypto Erie a little shout out here on her Twitter for tweeting out her wristband at the Japan Blockchain Conference. So pretty exciting to see this news. Again, we said this before, news in crypto usually has like a 2 or 3 day life cycle. So you'll probably see this regurgitated a couple more times. Obviously, we know he's been a big supporter of SBI since he made his end-of-year price prediction at $10 like months ago. And looking at the group aggregated data, I really like group aggregated data, and that means that I trust you guys. And I trust just the general knowledge of the community. And we put up this poll, Kungfu Nerd on Twitter, and we put up the poll. It's got 49% people saying XRP between $9 or $10 at the end of the year. So it's pretty exciting. Looking at all the news and review. Just a quick run through. Lawsuit's going to be held on 8/8/18. Really? What, dude? AAA. I put that as a comment. 888. That's funny. The lawsuit's going to be held at 8/8/18. There's no stupid questions. Laxthor. And what is Swift? Swift is it's a developing technology for international payment corridors that has been capturing most of the international payment business sector in the last 10 years with their emerging technology, finally convincing banks to join them. And it recently has been getting a bunch of hacks. It's been hacked a couple times. In fact, there's a big hack that we were looking at reviewing with you guys that's pretty exciting, the biggest Swift hack in history. And we're looking at making a video about that as well. So we have a lot of videos to make, a lot of things to do, and to get to editing. And I have to get back to work and my real job and all these things. So we're over an hour. We're gonna go ahead and dial this one down. Swift is not Swift. Yeah, you're explaining what Swift was. I don't understand how people don't run to get this stuff. Global payment days to seconds. What more do you need? I agree. I'm not sure what else they need. that's what we're also looking at. There's still people that every day that we slip further into the negative, like every day that we slip further down this steep slope, the more they lose faith. They keep seeing good news announcements, they keep seeing good partnerships, and they keep seeing the price drop or stay below 50 cents. So I think it's very counterintuitive. I think it's challenging for people. So when is the magical breakout is the question. And that's probably the first video we're going to do later today is going to be how many XRP do I need to hold to be rich? When will it turn? When will I be rich? And there's so many things that I want to address. So there'll be a little bit of kind of testing the opposition's resolve, testing what people really think that are the naysayers or the doubters of XRP. We'll look at some of that and then look at why we still think it has a strong utility moving forward. Again, looking at the concepts of how long was Swift not really respected for their approach to this sector? How long did Amazon sit at $10 in the 90s before people thought it was worth buying books online? How long did Bitcoin sit under $100, under $10? How many times did Bitcoin run up and then crash again? Even looking at the oil for the XRP 20K explained, looking at oil when it was first discovered in the 1900s, hitting $125 a barrel and then dropping all the way down to like under a few dollars a barrel for another 50 years as we're still building the infrastructure. You know, it's hard to say give up. I can't say give up because I don't think we should. I think that there's a lot of challenges that we can look at how we can alleviate some of those concerns, but I don't think it's time to bail ship at all, or else I'd tell you guys how and when I would just go right away live and go BitThumbs recovered nearly half of the stolen money in its hack. Yeah, I just saw that. We just looked at that. 14 million recovered. How long did gasoline sit in barrels as a byproduct of crude oil until the combustible engine was put into manufacturing? Exactly. Thank you, Maurice. Exactly. And also looking at the derivative market heading into crypto, the inflow versus market capitalization numbers, a lot of good things, a lot of positive ideas still out here in the space. So coming to a conclusion, ending the video, we'll put all the news, all the sources up there. If you guys need anything from me, let me know. Email me or give me a heads up. And there's always links in the description if you guys need to jump into Binance or Coinbase or get your ledger, or if you want to donate to my wallet's all in there. So exciting to be here in this pinnacle, in this threshold. I can't really say for sure what today's video will be, but you'll see it whenever it hits. It'll be out, and you guys can watch it. It should be exciting. So cheers. Thanks a bunch. As always, have a great day, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day until then.